We are definitely excited to look at the number of participants that we have for the event, the coffee table session that we set up for August 14, 2021. The topic that we chose is a very interesting topic, and we wanted to talk about how the whole functional safety fits in into the product development life cycle. And we have chosen, considering the time factor, we have chosen some key topics, and I just wanted to give you guys a sneak peek on what the topics or how the topics looks like, right? And that's the key intent of recording this video and sharing it with you all. And by this time, as we speak, you would have got the event notification with a joining invitation. But let me give you a quick sneak peek from the coffee table session. First topic, we will talk about the V model and refresher from the ISO 26262 perspective. Here we will kind of talk about how the V model looks like, and you would definitely have some understanding on the functional safety and on the V model. So here we will talk about the different parts that we have at the system level, software level, hardware level, and then at the production and the support processes. So it'll be kind of an overview from the V model from the ISO 26262 perspective, and it's also very key to understand the different roles and responsibilities in the functional safety, which we miss in most of the organizations and which we fail to understand on what each role should be actually doing in the product development life cycle. So we will talk about that. And we will also talk about the different interfaces. For example, you have different teams, functional teams working in the organization. You have a systems team, you have a software team, you have a quality team, you have a team which is explicitly responsible for or exclusively responsible for the functional safety or even the automotive spice. How the team with FuSa works with the other teams, and understanding the interfaces is very important. So that's the reason we have chosen this particular topic too. And a lot of times we fail to understand the two important things, which is the cost factors and the legal implications of not implementing the functional safety in your product development lifecycle. There are common questions that's been asked in the market, and we wanted to address those questions. And and then we deep dive into the safety life cycle, which is like a 500 feet view to understand on how the safety life cycle works, starting from developing the concept to hara to safety goal. We will talk about that in detail when we cover this topic. And the next topic that we have chosen is what is the approach for handling the OEM programs. How do you handle a traditional OEM development program versus the safety element of the context? How do you really handle it? What is the starting point? How do you take it forward? And how do you implement the safety inside the, how do you embed the safety concepts inside your product development lifecycle? We will talk about it in this topic. And then one key topic that we thought is very important is the competency management, not just for the functional safety, but at the organizational level. It is very important to set a competency framework so that you can deliver a quality product to the customer. That's one of the key factors that we're looking at. And safety culture, a lot of times it's not understood clearly on why we need a safety culture and how to implement a safety culture. So we are trying to cover this particular point in our coffee table session. And the final topic that we have chosen is ASIL impact on the production. So how the ASIL levels that we have defined has an impact on the production, which is not covered in most of the areas. We stop with the development, and we should have some insights on what really should be done at the production level to make sure that we are safety compliant. And we also wanted to show our integrated plug and play approach, which we have developed internally, which kind of talks about how do you build a integrated framework, a process framework. Let's say that you're working with functional safety, you're working with cybersecurity, which is ISO 21434, or you're working in automotive spice. How do you bring in all the factors and develop a integrated approach, a plug and play approach that can be used in your product? And that's the key topic that we will be talking about. And we have many more interesting topics. We will, and again, for the interest of the time, we will try to cover as much as we can, and we would like to make this session more interactive. Again, thank you so much for enrolling in this session, and we have a huge participant list, and we are looking forward and we are excited for this session as you are. Thank you so much again. Meet you in the event. Bye for now.